Are you struggling with hand, wrist, or finger pain? This video is for you. Most keyboards force your hands to be like this. If you just set your hands in your lap, I invite you to try that right now, you'll notice that they kind of do this. They go toward each other this way. A split keyboard gives you the opportunity to allow your hands to rest in that normal place. When you strain your hands to go this way, you're using this muscle to continually push it over this way or that way. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into different offices and come across people who are working at the front desk on the computer all day that have braces on their wrists, and I will ask them about it and they'll tell me, oh, you know, my wrist hurts because I'm typing all day. And that also forces your shoulders, your elbows, and everything else into an unnatural position, and it just causes pain. And it's a type of pain that you can't get rid of because you keep doing this same posture every day. To fix this, allow your hands to relax where they're supposed to be. That will allow your elbows to relax, your shoulders to relax. Everything will be in a much better place if you use a split keyboard. Split keyboard looks like this. You can see that there's this space in the middle that then allows your hands to form that angle I was talking about. And a lot of people say, well, I don't think I could type on that. It would feel odd. And if you've never typed on a split keyboard before, it will feel strange. You will be able to adapt very quickly. And then once you do, you'll have a lot lower risk of suffering from all this pain. If you're already suffering pain, you may be amazed at how much this helps you. The first one is this one that I just showed you. It's an Adesso split keyboard. It is made for Windows, but note to all you Mac users, most any keyboard, even if it's made for Windows, will work on your Mac. The only difference is some of the shortcuts will be a little different. You'll have to use Windows shortcuts as opposed to Mac shortcuts. Those are easy to adapt to. If you're mainly just writing every day, you're not going to notice that much. I don't. If you're doing a lot of other stuff with the computer, designing and all that, then it may take a little bit more adjustment. Mac doesn't make hardly any split keyboards, and the ones I have found are just not that great. I've always ended up going with Microsoft or some of these other Windows-based keyboards because there's just more of them out there. There's more of a choice for you to select which one works for you. There are several split keyboards, so if either of these two don't work for you, there's others out there. This first one, the Adesso, and I got it initially because it's small and it's wireless. It has this little, what they call a dongle. It's just a USB connection, and you put that into your USB slot on your computer, or if you have a USB hub, and then it will communicate with your keyboard wirelessly. As long as you have that little dongle with you, you can plug it in and use the keyboard on any machine you like. I also like this because it was small and compact. It has the little trackball right here if you want to use that for your mouse. I use a different mouse, but that is an option there with the two buttons on either side. This is your scroll button. You can scroll up and down. I used this for a long time and was really happy with it. This past fall, I ended up wanting a change, and there's one major reason why. The keys on this, they're easy to push, but you can hear how clacky they are, and they also require you to push down a fairly significant amount. Because they're so easy to push, it didn't bother me for a really long time, and you may like this because it's so compact. But this past year, for some reason, I started wanting something that I could type even faster on that would have a shorter depression distance to go on the keys. Again, it's a split keyboard, but it looks a little different because there's an actual space there. Instead of just the distance between the keys and having still some keyboard there, they actually gave it a cutout, which is nice. I kind of like that. You can see that the Microsoft is a little longer, quite a bit longer actually. So it does take up more space. So that's one thing maybe to consider. The second difference is you'll see that they both have this wrist rest, but I find that the Microsoft one is a lot nicer. For one, it's a lot softer, it's longer, and it has this nice slope to it. The other one had a slope as well, but this has a softer material on the front of it. It's not just that plastic like the Adesso was. And the slope of it is more gradual just because it is a little bit bigger. So your hand rests like that, and then you just have all that support for your wrist, which can really, really help in avoiding pain. The other thing that's cool about this is it has a little stand in the back. Now, the Adesso does not have that option. It just kind of lays as it's going to lay on your desk. But the Microsoft has this cool little magnetized stand on it. It just goes into the slots and with a magnet. It's really handy how that works. That gives you a little lift. If you can notice, I'll turn it around here. You can see that you've got some space there, so that lifts the keyboard up. And what that does is it allows your hands then to slope downward, which is really great if you're sitting up tall and you need to have that keyboard right there. It is super comfortable. I'm resting on it right now. Your hands just kind of slope down, which is what you want. You don't want them to be up like this, because then you're bending this area and that's going to cause you pain eventually. It's also really great when you pop up to that standing position. Again, you've got a much more relaxed downward sloping posture that you're using to let your hands assume that natural slope down position. Of course, if you don't like it, you can just take it off. As you saw, it comes off very easily. The best thing I like about this keyboard is how easy it is to depress the keys. It's really quiet for one compared to the other one, but they don't have very far to go. You don't have much distance there. So you can really gain some speed using this keyboard. There's also an additional number pad that goes with it. I've just put it away because I don't use it, but if you're calculating a lot of numbers during the day too, for whatever reason, you can have that little extra keypad there, which I think would be kind of handy if you're using numbers a lot. There's the two keyboards I wanted to show you. I think they're both good. If you're looking for something really compact, the Adesso might be for you. If you want something that has a shorter key depression time, a little quieter and a little faster, and kind of that luxurious wrist rest, then go for that Microsoft. Good luck. I'll leave the link to both of those in the show notes below. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe and enjoy a hopefully pain-free writing time.